I feel like I'm doing a good impression. It's exciting times.
Just some baby bomb and a full throttle will be fine.
Yeah, I don't do any of that. All the stuff that would actually keep me awake, I don't actually have, which is boring. I can see the appeal now. Yeah, no, it's okay. Pure enthusiasm. Being a huge geek will get me through this. It's going to be great.
Exactly.
So now how far into the season are you shooting?
I think when I go back, I will be shooting the last couple of days, episode 5. So we're just going past halfway. I shot 5 scenes on Thursday, which was a great scene. Then got on a plane. But it's it's something else this year. This year's crazy. It's great though. Some of the best writing I've seen from the whole season, the whole series. It's cool. It's really cool.
What's boot camp like now?
They just make it harder. You'd think that maybe they go, it's the last season, take it easy, take a load off. No, the guys, Al Poppleton and his team in the stunt department, he got on this kind of military kind of vibe, which was a nightmare.
Slave driver.
Yeah, well, it's great because it means you do the work and you actually kind of feel good about yourself when you do all those love scenes, things like that. But yeah, he got on this trip about marine-style training. So we were in parks running up and down with bags that were meant to be ammunition cases. And Jock would give me 20. Was just like, yeah. But it's weird. The more I do it now, the more I kind of enjoy it, which kind of feels a bit like I'm damaged now. But
you want to diet or something?
Oh yeah. Although today I had some chocolate today. It was amazing. So I'm on holidays right now. So no, it's been I don't know if I want to see too many chickens straight after I finish filming this. Some sort of chicken genocide that I've done on right now. Very cool.
I'd like to ask about second season as well, and third season. So when first time you met Andy, and Andy gave you some, giving everything.
See, I wasn't lucky enough to actually meet Andy. That's the thing. We got to talk over email, and so he gave me advice over email, which was basically, it was a big family. Look after yourself. It's a tough show, but it's one of the best experiences ever. So it's so sad. But I mean, Manu's wearing the shirt. There's that whole Be Here Now thing, which is on Kickstarter at the moment. I'm sure you guys will know about that. But yeah, if I can recommend to anybody to really get behind that, it'll be a really hard story to watch because it's so raw, but it'll be so important. So that's something to see.
What's challenging for this season compared from last season? You new, and this season
it is different. Last season, I mean, I was untested. I was new. I mean, I was new at anything even close to the scale of this show. And this season, I kind of feel like, all right, I'm a little bit more settled. It's a journey that I'm on already, so it's a different feeling now, and it's a cool feeling. It's such a big show and a really crazy big year this year because they sort of skipped ahead to the meat of the story and they've chopped out all the fat, so it's just, I don't know how they're going to shoot it all because they've built a whole city, which is insane. And one of those military things that we did in boot camp, we ran down to one of the new sets that they built, and it was a whole city. It boggles the mind what they can do. But it's going to wrap it up in an exciting and still unexpected way, because I mean, you can Wikipedia Spartacus and find out what happens, but it's one of those lucky histories that all the details are a bit vague, so you can fill it with all the interesting plot points that you want. So people die at all different times, and people go on to exciting adventures that you don't expect. And, it's every script that I've read has given me something that surprised me so far.
Are you going to change your character a little bit?
Yeah, well, he's very much business now. He's had somewhat sort of closed a bit of the chapter on his personal pain, and now he really has kind of tried to embrace that for the masses, for freedom kind of thing, and that's been a challenge because it's everything in acting is about relationships, so you can't just play some general of people who's just out to win the war, even though that's kind of the story he's got. So it's that real personal battle of every life that he is now under his care, and lives are going every day. There are thousands of people dying every day on this sort of thing. So it actually weighs heavier on him in some ways, but he's got to close all that out and be that warrior general so that everyone else has the confidence that they can win this thing, which is for all intents and purposes, seemingly impossible because you're against the richest man in the strongest nation of the world at that time. So it's heavy. Every episode is very heavy.
How do you feel being on a series where the men are objectified a lot more than the women?
It's nice for a change, huh? Well, one of the good things about being Spartacus this season is, well, it's still Spartacus, but being a general, there's limited time. You know, every chick he gets with dies. That's kind of fun, right? So that's not fun. But it's, you know, it's interesting this year. I mean, they still give you all the stuff that you love, but it's because it's a big war now. So all the sort of the criteria changes for everything about this show. So you've still got everything that you've come for, which is, you know, violence, sex, stylization, great storylines, and things like that. But it's like really up to stakes, and they've got it's sort of communicated in a different way this year. It's just, I think, going to be really exciting. It's very fresh. Which I don't know how they've taken a story that started off as like an upstairs-downstairs story and just progressed it into like a Lord of the Rings battle royale war of Minas Tirith or something. Or some crazy huge thing.
You guys go through such an intense training session, each season.
Yeah.
Is there a little bit of friendly competition between you and the other?
I didn't stop training because I'd still come from like that last season where I was a skinny dude and training my butt off to try and hopefully maybe get that role. And so I was still worried at the end of this season that if I stopped for even a second, it'd just disappear. So I trained really hard. So when I came into boot camp this year, I went, you know what? Damn it, I'm going to be good at this. And I tried really hard to win everything. I didn't do too badly. I've never been able to run very well. And I was competitive. It was all right. And yeah, it's one of the best ways to get a cast together is put them in an environment where failure is not an option, but that's all they're trying to get you to do. So you sort of work together and you fight together. It feels like the war that you're about to go through in the story, which is really cool.
The ending be a downer or an upper or sorry?
I haven't read it yet. I have a feeling that they're going to try and put a nice spin. I mean, it's going to be a heartbreaker no matter what happens. But yeah, I haven't actually read the last script yet, so maybe Steven's ready for that.
What are you hoping that it'll be?
I hope it'll be a heartbreaker. I hope it has a nice message, but it's too schmaltzy. I hope there's no winning. You know, But I think by definition it's going to be pretty heavy because all these amazing stories you followed for so long are going to end, and the way it ends is how you usually end a TV show. You know? And so it's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy.
You guys shoot so far away. What's it like when you come here and you get the instant fan
Like a different world. It's like a different world. We don't have any of that. When people go, oh, now that you're in a season, how's it with all the fans? And how's it, you know, can you go shopping and stuff like that in New Zealand? I'm like, hell yeah, I can go shopping and do anything I want in New Zealand. Nobody knows anything. Nobody says anything. It's like for all of this that we do here, all of this, like, you know, Comic-Con, all these amazing events that's over here in America. I think I get 3 interviews in Australia or something like that. So I can do whatever I want in Australia. It's nice having both. I don't know if I'll always get that, or I guess kind of hope I don't get. But you know, it's in Australia I can go about my daily life, and over here I can live in that fairy tale crazy land of excited people and people staring at you and gaping, which is weird. I'm like, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, is it the hands? Probably hands.
So what did you learn from this project as an actor and as a leader?
Oh, so you know what? It's so much of this whole experience. I mean, it's been utterly life-changing, this whole experience. But for so many reasons. I mean, first coming into it in the way that I did is so heartbreaking, and no actor wants to start at the expense of another actor. You know, it's so heartbreaking what happened to Andy. But you know, given the fact that you can't change that, and you've now got a job to do, you've got to try and make the most of it. You know, even this season, it's kind of nice. I can already see growing as an actor from last season to this season, you know, and all the, you know, I hope long may it continue. I hope I never feel like I've got there, because that's when I think you stop being good, you know, getting good at anything. So it's, you know, I've learned how those sets of that scale work, how the American system of filmmaking works, how to interact with people, how to do all these crazy media events, and keep spoilers quiet, keep things exciting, hopefully. And all these amazing, everything about my life has changed. I used to run a video game store. So yeah, it's been a cool journey.
Have you gotten to enjoy anything at con? I know you're a big video game geek. Have you gotten to enjoy anything?
I got to go to a video game. Well, there's a Spartacus video game now. I get to play me in a video game. That shit is the bomb.
Right?